This is a special presentation brought to you by the Kings of Sport Network. You are now down with the Kings.
So thanks so much.
Hi. Your boy, Two-Way Ray, is back in the building. You feel me? Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is doing well. We are here for another live watch party. This time, we're going to be tuning into the WNBA 2024 All-Star Game. Yes, indeed. This is going to be Team USA versus Team WNBA, aka Team USA against women who thought they should have been on Team USA. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Again, well, not again because I didn't mention this on air before, but as I was mentioning to the other Kings through our private chat, a lot went down yesterday as far as like with the skills competition. So I think we're going to see some exciting stuff tonight. So I'll get into all of that a little bit later on. But first, if you guys aren't watching the game, it will be coming on. Tip-off is at 8:30. I wanted to kind of get an early jump on everything at 8 p.m. Just see if we can get everybody's seats warm. See, get your popcorn, get everything ready, and then we can all start watching the game together at 8:30. And it's supposed to be going until 10:30. Hopefully, maybe it wraps up a little sooner. Me being an old man and all, nearing 40. Yeah, I got my bedtime on lockdown. So we got Andrea on the desk. We got China. We got my girl Chennai. Oh no, is that's not LaChana? No, where your girl? Oh, that is LaChana. Well, where is where in Coach Peck, Carolyn Peck? But where is your girl El Duncan? All right. And if you're seeing the yellow hue, that's because for my little ring light, I got different colors, and I think yellow is a bit more kinder to me than the regular white light is. So good to see you all coming on in, filing in. That's what we got. Oh, 3 people on YouTube. All right. So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you are patrons through patreon.com// the Kings of Sport, you will have access to a link to join me directly on this StreamYard link. So if you want to be a part of the action in that capacity, just make sure you have good internet connection, good camera, and a good microphone. And that's all you need. Preferably a microphone with headphones/earbuds so you can hear me when I'm asking you questions or if you're trying to ask me a question. All right. And Nate and I, we kind of joked around, I think, before, either here on Kings of Sport proper or on the NWA podcast, which we will be coming out with a new episode tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Follow Post Wrestling on YouTube. I was correct. I just know her last name, Andrea Carter. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But yes, please join us if you're on the Patreon. We appreciate your support. Um, if not, continue to join us right here on YouTube. We appreciate your patronage. Okay. If you want to go ahead and oh yeah. Oh goodness. For some reason it's not streaming on. Oh, that's what they're doing now. I forget. You can't stream unless you get the blue check. And we ain't paying the $5 around here. We ain't paying the $5. Elon, you hear that? You bum. Yeah. But yeah, we ain't paying the $5. We'll just stick right here on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you guys for supporting. But yeah, WNBA All-Star Game will be the last game played, in quotations, played before the Olympic break begins. Because as you all know, the Olympics will be held in France. And usually when the Olympics are held, play is suspended until late August. So keep that in mind. But yeah. Oh, I was saying next. So Chene Agumake. So we joked around saying that, hey, we thought, hey, what happened to her? She just kind of disappeared, right? Like she kind of just slid out of, because she was a former player as well. She just slid out of the NBA or WNBA rather, and just because she was already doing work with um, ESPN prior prior to prior or while her WNBA career was still uh, going on, like towards the end of her career. I think after 2020, I think she just like slid right like out the back door with nobody kind of stuff. Like slid right out the back door without anybody noticing, and she fits so well with ESPN, and especially now with the pregame shows that she does, the WNBA countdown shows that she does with um like I said before, like I mentioned before, Al Duncan, Andrea Carter, and I believe there's usually one more person in there uh, along with those three, but those three are pretty much like tied together usually. So uh, I am. I'm kind of surprised. I wonder what L. Duncan is doing right now. But forget all that. I don't want to know about L. Duncan. I want to see who's going to be coming up next on here. Well, we got an honorary king in the house. He's also a fellow advocate for the Nubian Wrestling Advocates, presented by Post Wrestling. New episode live tomorrow. Join us on the Post Wrestling YouTube channel. But this brother wanted to join me. He wanted to join me and talk some WNBA today. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on the youngest in charge, brother Andrew Thompson.
Two-way Ray, the GOAT, my GOAT.
Stop.
What's going on, brother?
Not much. Not much.
I had to,
Just
had to stop through real quick. I'm covering the Collision show right now. So
also you're covering Collision and not TNA Slammiversary.
no,
I,
John got Slammiversary covered.
oh, Sino
No,
or Pollock.
Pollock, yeah, he got
Uh,
Slammiversary covered. So I was like, that's cool. But I'm still, I got Slammiversary up on the up on my computer right now. So I'm like trying to watch all three, the WNBA jump, and then Slammiversary, then Collision. But what's going on, Ray? How you feeling today, bro? How you feeling? Hope all is well.
all is indeed well, brother. And just hang on in there, just chilling, relaxing, trying to take it easy this weekend. But
I gotta say, we got a slow news day coming up tomorrow. Huh? Nothing of note. Nothing of note happened since the last time we talked. No pay
yeah,
per views coming up. No
oh
breaking news. No lawsuits.
no,
Nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing
yeah,
to talk about.
yeah. We kind of joked about this in the private chat, but it's just like, bro, it like usually it's a pretty big or a pretty busy month. Like from month to month, it's pretty busy. Like, but this month,
Yeah, I know,
and
right?
like you mentioned in the private chat, we had pay-per-views that happened 2 weeks ago that we done completely forgot about.
Bro, it's like some stuff just like when we was talking about the like which cover photo we was gonna choose. Like I was trying to think like more and like more so agree with what you was saying. Like we was on the same wavelength. I was like it's like stuff that happened 2-3 weeks ago, but that's you might as well say that was 3 months ago at this point.
Mm,
Like we was talking about Mercedes becoming double champ, bro. That was almost a month ago.
yeah,
Like that's like 10 days from being a month ago, which is crazy.
yeah, man. But yeah, hopefully nothing happened. Well, I know Slammiversary is tonight. Hopefully
Oh yeah,
that's the only thing, and
you
nothing
know
else happened.
somehow like if you had to take a guess which like non-advertised WWE talent do you think is gonna show up at Slammiversary?
Oh,
Like
that's a good question.
I think
Oh, you can lost your audio, Andrew.
now.
I can hear you now.
Okay, hold on. I had to step out real quick because I was about to write down this note for the post show notes article for the collision. Hold on, give me like 1 second. But I was gonna ask you who you think gonna be like what surprise do you think is gonna pop out tonight at Slammiversary that's non-advertised, like something that's people probably not expecting. Because like
Oh,
we got Wesley showing up.
of course.
Yeah, so that I mean that's cool. But
I'm gonna be back with the Rascals.
yep.
I don't know. I mean, I think obvious one that I think I saw some people on the internet pushing around is AJ Styles. Is he gonna turn up? Is he gonna peak up and possibly make an appearance? Or I don't know if he's gonna do anything as far as like in the championship picture. But I think AJ Styles would be a good. I know he just competed in Japan not too long ago, I believe last weekend. So you just have him going from place to place. He's obviously made his career in TNA for the most part. Um, and if you're a WWE fan, if you've only been a WWE fan for like the last 20 years, then yes, AJ Styles. He was doing stuff before WWE. I know he came in 2014, but he's been doing stuff with TNA since their inception. So I think possibly have AJ there would be an obvious pick for me. As far as anybody else, I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll probably maybe if we're talking about thinking of storylines that were going on or are going on in NXT right now, um, you could possibly see Gallus show up and cost Joe Hendry a shot
That
because he's supposed to be in that 6-way match. So maybe Gallus, I think that might make sense for them to storm and like rush the match and then rush Joe Hendry. Make sure to take him out of the equation. You going to comment on Gallus?
yeah, I was trying to hear. I had to mute the mic real because I ain't wanted to interfere with you. So I was trying to hear what Darby Allin was saying. I think he was going in on on the team elite. He was talking shit about the Bucks and them or something like that. Jack Curry and all that. But yeah, I'm about to say the Gallus one. That's a good call. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, it feel like at this point, not putting the title on Joe Hendry is a mistake. Like he like the most over motherfucker in the company, bro. Like,
yeah, it's like because I always kind of knew about Joe Hendry, like because I think he was doing stuff with Ring of Honor before he even came over to TNA. So I kind of knew of him in Ring of Honor, but I didn't really know about all the stuff that he was doing with TNA until like the last 2-3 months. People just bringing it up, and now I'm like, do I believe in Joe Hendry? Now I ain't even heard of this brother before. So yeah, man, I think you got to bet on the hot hand right now. I think, and we'll probably get into this more tomorrow night. You don't want somebody. I think he's kind of in that realm of where LA Knight was last year, as far as the WWE. Well, where like everybody loves this guy, and like just the music alone gets people, and so I think you do have to kind of ride the hot hand instead of like they did with LA Knight, kind of. And I think it hasn't really tapered off too much with LA Knight. It has tapered off a little bit, but I think go ahead, run with the hot hand with Hendry right now. He does amazing work, not just on camera, with the product with TNA, but he's a great interview, and he's he's pretty much got like a top 20 music single out of nowhere. So like ride the hot hand. I think, and I remember us talking maybe a month ago, or not a month ago, but like a year ago, when we were bringing up Naomi and is she a star? And we felt that when she was in TNA, she was, as Trinity, she was the biggest star there.
Yeah, she was.
Literally, her name was Star. But but now we're starting to see with Joe Hendry a homegrown star. And so, and someone that is stretching, like when we were talking about Naomi, someone that you could put, if you wanted someone to go on these morning talk shows, like go on a late night with Jimmy Fallon if you wanted to, or put him on like a Good Morning America. I think he's getting up to that point where he's becoming more known outside of the TNA brand, to where people are just paying attention to him. And I think go ahead and put the strap on him tonight, man. There's no reason for Moose to win this. Like, Moose has done everything that you can do in TNA for the most part. There's no reason for him to retain. And
I mean, I'm saying Moose, he signed a real long-term contract, so he could always get it back. Like, exactly. I think the thing with Hendry is, if I was TNA, I would be trying to capitalize the most I could win, because I'm looking at him, Jordan Grace 2025. I would not be surprised if they end up making the jump over to WWE, especially Jordan. I think that was like that little stint that she had on WTV in the Royal Rumble. I think that was like her little trial run, because I think definitely because she set her contract up in January 2025. Ray, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised her official like WWE debut is a contracted talent for the Royal Rumble 2025, because it's in February next year. So yeah, I definitely would not be surprised at all if Jordan made the jump. And I mean, she's turned down WWE in the past, but I think with her going there and seeing how like value that she's extremely valued at TNA and always has been. But I'm talking about like, you probably always wonder like how the big company like that will react to you, how they travel, how they would treat you, X, Y, Z. You coming from another place, and like they treated Jordan like a star. Like she never looked less than in any predicament that they put her in. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had like sort of an influence on her, when she come contract season. But I mean, she has turned down WWE before, so I mean, it's not to say that she wouldn't do it again. But I just think with her actually going there and being there, like I think that's a whole different thing as opposed to like the unknown of what would this be like, opposed to like, okay, I already did this, so why not just commit full time? And I mean that's a big that's going, that could hurt for Impact. But I mean I mean TNA, but I think they'll always like find a way to build somebody else up, stick around, and build up the next person. But yeah, Joe Hendry, the same thing. I saw somebody tweet. It was like Joe Hendry is like tailor made for NXT. Like that's it. And then on top of that, bro, like we're gonna talk about it on the show tomorrow. But they got Julie and Stephanie Vaquer coming in. Like that's like it's a whole thing with I think Sky Blue hurt. They got
on Collision.
Yeah, like I think it's legit injury. Like they've been checking her out ringside. Like she tried to do a crossbody over the top rope, and like she landed, but like it looked like Sky feet wasn't like fully planted. So like it looked like her leg was like bent, like as she was trying to like go back. It just looked like one of those like freak accidents, like that, like nothing broken, but just more so like you could just tell her feet weren't set. And like it looked like Sheeta, like she hit the crossbody, but it was like for the most part, the match over.
Is Collision live or
yeah,
tape?
it's live. They in Arlington. Yeah, so she did the crossbody, but it looked like the brunt of her weight hit Sky's leg, and they threw out the match. I'll be right back, Ray. I'm not leaving. I'm just putting this in my notes real quick.
No problem. Yeah, that and that stinks for Sky Blue because she just had kind of like this makeover, or kind of she just had this rebranding, and now I guess since like you already lost Julia Hart not too long ago, and now you're losing Sky Blue, and who had to kind of rebrand or reclassify herself as a babyface now instead of a heel. And you tried to get her back on her feet last week, and now this week it just well. I mean, we'll see what happens with Sky Blue. We're wishing her all the best. Hopefully, she'll it's not too bad, and she'll be able to get back into the ring sooner rather than later. But yeah, I agree with your point as far as the juggernaut, Jordan Grace. I feel as though I think it is time for her. I think it is time for her to kind of branch out. And like you said, Andrew, I think that with her going to the Performance Center, getting to talk with Sean, getting to kind of feel with everybody around in the locker room, and kind of like having some interactions and having a match with the champ, I think she kind of, like you said, the unknown is always the scariest thing. But now that she's experienced it, and she'll feel a bit more comfortable now. And then I think, but another, like going to NXT is one thing, but then going up to the main roster and dealing with the travel and everything is a totally different beast. So, but I think that she will give it even more like heavier consideration. Joe Hendry, though, I think he mentioned on the podcast with Chris Van Vliet that he still has a few more years. He has a long-term contract still. I don't know if you looked into that, but we'll see. I think I don't know, man. How long do you expect this partnership between NXT and TNA to go on? Because I think it serves everybody well in the short term, but do you think that they can have a more prolonged run with each other, kind of like what WWE had with Evolve, even though Evolve was more like a more smaller promotion?
I think it'll be like a semi-permanent thing. Like it'll be like thing that'll always be around. Like I think it'll be like something akin to what AEW and New Japan has. Like it'll always be there. Like if they ever won, like even if it takes a drop off, like it'll always have that ability to do it. I think that's kind of the like that's something they should try to do. Like and try to keep. What's the name? Chris Jericho just came on screen, so I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. But
he needs his TV.
I will give him credit on the Samoa Joe angle. I thought that was good. The way they wrote Joe off.
Oh yeah, with the forklift. What was the injury?
Oh no, Joe about to film.
Oh yeah, Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I forget about that.
So they just I don't know if you had the chance to see this, Ray, but they had just clarified. Noah had just clarified because they had sent out a tweet that Naomichi Marufuji was going to like appear at SummerSlam.
Oh,
but they clarified that it was just he gonna be on the Beamer guest commentator broadcast. Like he's not gonna be in like fucking Cleveland. But that's how the tweet was written. But they clarified it though. Yeah. So he gonna be doing the Beamer broadcast, like guest commentating, but he not gonna be like in Cleveland. But I think because that was the way the tweet was worded, and I think it just kind of linked into, especially with the match he just had with AJ. There you go. Yeah, they just clarified it. Let me update this article. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Swerve versus Danielson too, man. I think that's gonna be real good. Like there was a part of me who thought Hangman should have won. But I mean, bro, like Danielson, this is last year, dog. Like he only got by the time All In, he got 2 more months left until he done. Like Wrestle Dream is over. Remember he said Wrestle like that's gonna be his little final hoorah. Like he not retiring, but that's gonna be his last as a full-time in-ring competitor. And like Wrestle Dream is kind of gonna be like the big sick is gonna be in Washington, you know. That's so. There was a part of me that was kind of like, I kind of wish Hangman would have won because I think the rivalry with him and Swerve, like that's gonna be. I mean, you gonna be able to continue that through Blood and Guts anyway. So it ain't like it's no rush. Like you got to do it. I mean, you can obviously still revisit that. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna dive into that Blood and Guts. But I'm like, man, but it's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Danielson, man, go ahead and get that man that main event spot, man. And then on top of that, Danielson seems like the type of person who's like, he probably had to be forced to take this spot.
Yeah,
like Tony probably like put him in that joint, that chokehold that Melvin put on Jody. It was like you didn't take this main event, bro. But now I was like, man, this one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, man. Go ahead and get that man that main event spot, let him have his moment. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure Danielson is probably gonna put Swerve over anyway. So, so I mean that'll be another notch on Swerve's belt, and then you get back to the Hangman Swerve program, and that'll be like your big thing right there. But yeah, but I was like, what you think, like as far as that, man? Like you think Tony would put the title on Brian, or could you see Brian just being like, nah, brother, like that's Swerve? And then on top of that, Brian is like literally said in interviews that he has like absolutely no interest in being the world champion. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was Tony, that'd piss me off right there. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, it's Brian Danielson, but at the same time, like I get where he coming from. He like, man, y'all ain't about to make me no damn like scapegoat or like. I mean, I don't even think it's that. I just think that he just like in another phase of life. Like he got 2 kids. Like I'm pretty sure he's not trying to be the guy. But it's so many fans and people who watch the product that want him, that have wanted him to be the guy, but he don't want that shit no more.
Right. Yeah, I think I think Swerve is going to retain, because like you said, we know that Brian is he's more understated, and he doesn't want to come off as like he's not going around saying, "Oh, I'm the guy," or "I'm the locker room leader," or all that stuff. Like his leadership is more kind of like understated, and like he leads by example, and so he doesn't need the title. And I think he feels this way himself, that he doesn't need the title to know that he's a big deal with the company. But also, like you were saying, the stuff that he's been doing ever since he's been at AEW is always to help put over other wrestlers. We saw when he had the championship match against MJF that he put MJF over. We saw in other instances where he's had title opportunities or title contenderships opportunities. We saw he was able to put Will Ospreay over. So I think that he's gonna put Swerve over, especially with them having that Washington connection as well. Um, and and I was thinking about it too, because I think I heard somebody, I think it was like a news report that was saying that Bryan Danielson, towards the end of his WWE career, that he had more and more creative control as far as like with his matches. And as we look at that end of his WWE run, where he literally got stacked on top of Adam Copeland to get pinned by Roman Reigns. So I think he does realize, like, if it makes sense for the company and it makes sense for the story that the company is trying to produce, then go ahead and put it on me if you want to. But if it doesn't make sense for the story, then he's willing to do the job. So I long story short, I think Swerve will retain. Now, I was going to ask you about when you were talking about Adam Page. So has it been confirmed that he's going to? Because I know he was kind of going back and forth between joining the elite or not joining the elite. So has it been confirmed yet, or is that decision going to be made maybe later on tonight in Collision?
No, it's confirmed he's gonna be on Team Elite. But the only reason he's doing that is because he didn't win the Owen. So he initially turned it down. But then once he lost the Owen, they couldn't get the match with Swerve. The only way he can't get the Swerve right now is through blood and guts. So it's more so about being obsessed with Swerve. I don't think he really give a fuck about the Elite. And he kind of like made that like abundantly clear that he was not fucking with them. But the only reason that he did it is because he wanted to get at Swerve.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what's up.
All right. Well, I do think that is going to play along with their story that they still have going, and I think if Swerve was going to lose, then he would have lost to Ospreay, I think, last month or earlier this month, rather. But yeah, I think now that he's gotten past Ospreay, I think they want to make Swerve as like on that top tier level of champion as you can make somebody. So I think like you already had him go over Samoa Joe. You put him over Will Ospreay. If you put him over Bryan Danielson, now you're making him look like he is the best in the world, the best wrestler in the world, because he's literally his last two victories will be over people who everyone considers like the top two wrestlers in the world right now. So I think you can parlay that, like you said, into blood and guts and have that feud with him and Adam Page. You got MJF lurking down the corner with now that crazy match. I still got to watch that match that he had with Will Ospreay. I still didn't get a chance to watch it, but I'm gonna make sure to watch it. Like especially,
I'm about to say, Ray, it's a lot of good wrestling out here, bro. Like it's a lot to keep up with. So definitely, especially somebody like you who works like the job that you work, like you was teaching, right? Very prominent job. So like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure your days is probably stretched thin with just regular life in general, like wanting your own downtime, and then the Kings of Sport, NWA, and then trying to keep up with wrestling. So like I'm pretty sure like you be trying to like figure out like how you can like fluctuate all these different things, and then but I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with catching up through highlights either. But I understand definitely when you coming from like trying to watch the full thing, so you get like the full context and all. But yeah, what's the name? Io Sky just had the match against Utami Hayashishita at Mighty Gold, and AJ the match against Murafuji at No. That both of them was real good matches. So I like the Io Hayashishita match. That was real solid right there. I really liked it. It's always cool seeing performance from other companies like venture out, and it's very like I always like seeing the way AEW's will, but I mean it's kind of like AEW's like established that right out the gate. That's kind of normalized. Like WWE, it feels like it's like a fresh thing with them, like seeing like, these different wrestlers like go back to either their home country or going back to old promotions that they worked in. So that's always it's always a different vibe. But yeah, like it's WWE. They got that that Vince lawsuit still popping up. I saw John and Brandon just put out that new report this week about the medical records. Like the doctor that Vince was sending Janelle Grant to, like was like giving her these like I think it was like pills and like shots and stuff, and she was like asking what was being like injected into her, and he wouldn't disclose.
Right.
Like, boy, what the
that was crazy. I think what's his name? And shout out to What Culture Wrestling. They actually shouted out John and Brandon for just the intensive work that they've been doing regarding the Janelle Grant case. But yeah, they mentioned that particular report. And at first they said disgusting, and I'm like, disgusting? I don't know. But then when they mentioned, yeah, it's like, oh, the doctor won't tell her what you're putting inside her body. I'm like, oh, I don't know about all that. It's definitely disturbing.
Yeah, that's some wicked shit that they had going on, man. Like that, like this is the thing about that lawsuit. Like that is gonna keep hovering over WWE, and it's gonna keep like no matter what they do, that is going to keep hovering over. And like Vince, like I mean, we said it like countless times on the pod, like that got to be one of the sickest motherfuckers like in the world, bro. Like something like that motherfucker's deranged.
Allegedly.
Huh?
Allegedly. We gotta put that disclaimer out there, nephew.
Yeah, I say that's what the defenders always say. Allegedly, he did that shit.
You gonna have his lawyers after you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
You better get your legal team in order.
But yeah, what's his name? What's going on in the All-Star game? I had to switch channels real quick.
Well, it still hasn't started. They've just finished the lineups, like introducing the lineups. So, and now they're going back on commercial. So, I think the game won't start until maybe another 5 minutes or so.
They on Black Folks time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Advertising at 8:00, but that really means like 8:50.
No, I actually so I kind of advertised it earlier because they said they were supposed to tip off at around 8:30, but then I was just like, well, let me just come on at 8:00, just to do like a little bit of pregame stuff. And that way I'll be ready.
Hey, Ray, shout out to real quick. I mean, shout out to that man Chris Bay just became TNA World Tag Team Champion. It's Ace Austin.
Oh, nice. Again?
Yeah.
How many times have they won the tag? They probably like 3-4 times.
I think 3 times. I'm gonna check. But yeah. I was
congratulations. DMV zone.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Shout out to that. what would you think of the 2-time or 3-time now tag team champions? 3 times. What did you think about the Mariah May Tony Storm angle?
Ooh.
I think that was probably one of the best angles that AEW has done. Like talking about in the history of that company, like that was like very
No.
well played. I don't really know about the follow. The follow up was good, but yeah, it ain't really hit for me like how I was expecting Mariah May to follow. It felt like they gave her like a bunch of material. It was like, hey, we need you
Mhm.
to say this word instead of. And then on top of that, like I get the whole thing coming out looking like Tony Storm, but does she dead ass like looks like Tony Storm, like
She really did. I
dog,
think
like what
that's why the crowd didn't react at first
it
the
was like,
way
is
they
that really,
wanted to. They was like, "Is that Tony?" It was like,
bro?
no.
Hey Ray, did you see the shot like when she did like the turnaround shot and like dog when I say it took me a like even when the camera
Mhm.
focused on her face, like I was like, hold on, is that Tony, bro?
Mhm.
Like
That's how it
she
was
like
too.
yeah
And like when she came out, like when she was with Tony and she was doing like the old like rock
yeah
star
the
Tony,
punk
like I was
rock
like,
Tony, yeah.
wow, she really does look like Tony. But when she came out as like black and white Tony, I was like, wow.
Right.
I was
But
like, is that Tony? But then
they they favor each other so much, dog.
mhm. But then Tony Schiavone was not having none of that, boy. He
Oh yeah,
said,
Shabani wild as shit. He told
I watched that at least 15 times. I just rewind. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. And then Taz just like,
it was like, whoa.
Jesus, Tony. And then all Excalibur was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I like I said, I watched it at least 10, 15 times. It was so funny. But
But I had just I was thinking about all in. We were just talking about it. I've been seeing a lot of people throw out the suggestion they think Saraya gonna be wrestling like that's gonna be like Jamie Hayter's comeback match.
oh,
Cause like Saraya been I think it was on Rampage and she was like AEW like scared her and like they're not gonna keep her off all in. She gonna find her way on the show or something like that. I think Jamie Hayter that might be her comeback match. But I can't but I cannot believe how long like Jamie Hayter um has been gone.
yeah, yeah, and I think yeah, because she's has it been just the same injury and it just like re-aggravation, or she's just been taking time off? Because I know like Dr. Brooke Baker, she's just been having like different things happen, but with Hayter, Jamie Hayter is been the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's just been like a string of like injury. Like the last time she wrestled was Double or Nothing 2023. So
Mm,
yeah, that's
yeah.
I think with Jamie, I think it's probably just like a string of like built up stuff that like I think it was just a situation of just getting all that shit taken care of at once instead of like but like but yeah the Brit stuff was crazy. Like I didn't know she was dealing with all that like almost um like being near like a stroke and stuff like that shit is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Like and now this whole time I thought it was just like a back injury that she was dealing with, bro. Like she almost like that shit is serious, dog. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she good, healthy and all that. I'm looking forward to the program with her and Mercedes. Looking forward to
Mm.
that. I think that's gonna be good right there. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I hope they put on a good show. The thing with I'm still after all this time, I'm still not really sold on Brit. Like I know she's pretty decent, but especially after hearing,
You talking about in ring?
well, yeah, I think in ring
I feel you.
because like look, she's a master on the microphone, but like in ring, I and not to say that she's bad in ring,
No, I know
but
what you mean.
yeah, the way that people be hyping her up.
It just don't hit for you hit for you the way that I get what you're saying from the standpoint of like there's a lot of wrestlers like that like who you call them like once the bell ring wrestlers, like even to like another extent, no disrespect to this individual. Like I'm not about to say that because I'm about to mention somebody who's like no longer here. Like how people used to say with Wyndham, like
Oh yeah.
like the character stuff was always interesting and intriguing, and then but you got to go out there and do it in the ring to make it translate, and it sometimes it never really it was a disconnect from that standpoint, because you got
Right.
like the character stuff can work on. It's kind of like that's why I think they taking a smart approach with the wide six, because if you were to try to do all that like the rambling, rabbling, all that Uncle Howdy wrestling and shit, like it don't work. But like you have a good out now with them playing their individual characters, but when it's time to wrestle, Bo Dallas is Bo Dallas, Eric Rowan is Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy is Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis is Dexter Loomis. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice out that you can have, and then on top of that, don't pigeonhole these individuals if this thing doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? You always have that out. So I think that's a good thing. I like with these type of gimmicks, man. It's always a matter of like longevity and sustainability. Like I hope it works, but it's just a matter of like how do you go about just navigating this whole ordeal. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm curious to see their first match. Like obviously it's going to be against the Creeds and Gable. So
yeah, that's going to be interesting. I was going to ask, do you see, because they've already, of course, they've done the two kind of quote unquote sit down videos with Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy. And now they've done one with Eric Rowan, which I'm surprised by. Do you think they're going to go all the way down the list? Because it's like I could see why. Of course, I could see why they did it with Bo, and to a certain extent, I can see why they did it with Eric Rowan. But it's like, as far as we know, like I don't know if Dexter Loomis had any like real contact with Wyatt like that. Like, what's his motivation? Are we gonna sit through? And it's like with Bo and with Eric Rowan, like you could see they're not giving like a standardized scripted promo. Like they're just saying stuff that's on their heart, and then they're adding like tinges of the storyline as far as being a part of a family. And like Rowan said, we're gonna make art with broken hearts or something like that. But like I don't see it going as well when you start introducing like a Joe Gacy who wasn't even in WWE prior or proper, or he was mainly in NXT when Wyndham was around, period. And so it's like, do you see, and with Nikki Cross, like, do you see them going on down the line with videos for each of the Wyatt Six, or do you think it's going to be, because I thought it should have been a thing where Bo Dallas, like, he does one more sit down interview and he kind of breaks down like everybody's role, and then you'll have that switch between their regular faces and then like the persona that they took from Bray Wyatt, like with the rabbit, and who's the rabbit? The rabbit and
Rambling
Dexter.
Rabbit.
And Rambling and Dexter,
Mercy
or
the Buzzard. Yeah.
Huskus and Joe, kind of having that dichotomy, like flashing like their real face and then the mask or whatever, and then explaining their motivations. But if we're gonna get like, if we're expecting, because it's 3 more people, so that means it's gonna be 3 weeks. We gotta expect a video for all of these people to come out with. I don't know.
More so what I'm thinking is what's going to happen is the ones who didn't have a personal relationship with women, they're going to speak on their own like stories and why they align with the Wild Six. Like Dexter Loomis had this whole situation with the Way, got abandoned. Gacy, Schism, Nikki Cross, Sanity. Like it'll be like a thing about like more so finding a home and finding people who felt like they got abandoned. So that I think that'll more so be like, and I'm pretty sure there'll be like a more like concise and elaborate explanation that they'll give, but they'll give a more elaborate explanation than what I just gave. But I think that's gonna be like the genesis of like the whole ordeal. But it's gonna be interesting to see how it translates to the in-ring stuff. What you think about the what you think about Punk possibly getting cleared on Monday, and then the rumor that it's gonna be him versus Drew with Seth as the guest referee at SummerSlam.
Um,
And
I
and and
think
and also how the fuck has Drew and Punk been the hottest program for 7 months, and Punk has been injured for all 7 months? Hey Ray, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like you can say whatever you want about CM Punk, dog, but you to say that anything that man ain't nothing but a star, you got to be a goddamn. Like, I'm not talking about you individually. I'm talking about just general.
yes,
Like
right.
that's like, bro. This man has been hurt for 7 months, and he has arguably the hottest program on Monday Night Raw. Like it's fucking ridiculous. It's crazy.
And I think they've done a good job. Like done a good job with incorporating him, and especially just seeing what his limitations were and what he could and could not do. And I mean, even though sometimes I be hating, like he's right. Like he's that guy, like in the ring, on the microphone, on commentary. So he's the 5-tool player that he says he is. So it's like, all right, he can't wrestle, so we can put him on commentary, and that he's doing a little bit of commentary, and then once he starts feeling more and more up to it, he can get it on the microphone, like in the middle of the ring on the microphone and things like that. And now as he gets better and better, he can start interfering like we've been seeing in Drew McIntyre's matches and stuff like that. So like you said, for him to be injured for pretty much the better part of this year so far, like they've done a great job. And I think we can say what I'm about to say, we can say about a lot of things that's going on with the WWE right now. Who knows if this would have happened if he who shall not be named uh, was still in charge. So, yeah, I think that they're doing a great job with telling this story. Um, I think having Seth as the special guest referee, because I think having him just a part of this particular program altogether is a good fit, because if Punk doesn't get cleared, then you can have that, even though it won't be as hot as Punk versus McIntyre, you can throw in that Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre match if you need to. But if Punk does get cleared, Seth Rollins hates both of them. So it's not like he's going to be biased in one way or the other, unless I guess you could say if he hates one person more than the other. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I don't really think it needs. I don't really think it needs Seth as the ref, because, or maybe it does, and then if Punk ends up getting the victory because the ref did something the ref did something screwy, then Drew McIntyre can go on his player hater of the year campaign once again. And I mean, on one end, Drew McIntyre, and let's not forget, Drew McIntyre has been injured, has been wrestling injured for like the last few months as well. So just to be able to have him continue to be a part of this, as well as having Punk continue to be a part of this, and with Seth coming right back in, I think it's been a positive. And yet, like you said, it's the hottest program going in the SummerSlam. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it as the main event. So we'll see what happens. There is a timeout, either a timeout or is it the end of the quarter? No, yeah, we got about another minute and a half. Game has finally started. The women's national team was up by a comfortable lead early on in the game, but the Team WNBA stormed back, and now it is a 1-point game between Team USA and Team WNBA. So, but yeah, um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to SummerSlam, but and just let me know once you're back. Once you're back, Andrew, because I did have a question specifically because I know, and I don't know if Tony Khan has made, if he has made an announcement yet as far as All Out goes, because I know that last year they were kind of pushing All In, and then a week later All Out. Doesn't look like they're doing any of that. So I don't know if you've heard anything about the status of All Out, whether it's going to continue to be a week after All In, or whether Tony Khan has somebody knock some sense into his head and told him to have it a little bit later on in the summer. So just let me know when you're back and we can discuss that as well. But all right, Angel Reese is on the floor. Angel Reese is on the floor. She has checked in to the ball game. Of course, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. If you haven't heard already, folks, this is the first time. It's the first time that they've ever been teammates on the basketball court. They've always been rivals, whether you go back to their rivalry when Clark was with Iowa, University of Iowa, and Angel Reese was with Louisiana State, LSU. Or if you come in with this first year in the league with Caitlin Clark being a part of the Indiana Fever and Angel Reese being a part of the Chicago Sky, or Nate's Chicago Sky. Good turnaround floater in the paint by Brittany Griner. Puts USA up 3 points now. 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. All right. So on the floor right now for Team USA. Ooh. Good elbow in the chest. And now Chelsea Plum gets tangled up. So on the floor right now for Team USA, you got Brittany Griner, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Plum, or Kelsey Plum, rather. My apologies. Let me see if I can pull it up. I wish they had. I want to see. This is the thing. WNBA, if you all are listening, fix the website, please. There should be a way that I can pull up. Maybe there should be like a game center so I could pull up the stats for games that are happening in real time. I'm sure you have that already with like the regular season games and everything, but that needs to be a thing for all the games that you guys have. And also, I know you guys work closely with the WNBA as well, or with the NBA as well. The NBA on their YouTube channel, they'll have pretty much the scoreboard, like a running scoreboard. It doesn't have to be a game. You can still put advertisements on there that are directing people to go to ABC, watch the game, but this is the ticker. You can see the score from here. Yes, we need that happening because even with the regular season games, you all don't have that going. Y'all need it. If y'all can get some people working on having running scoreboards for each of the games and then running stats on your website, then that will be very nice. So please, let's start implementing that. So we're at the end of the first quarter, and now the Team WNBA has taken the lead by 1 point over Team USA. So I guess this is the WNBA's version of the offensive explosion that usually the NBA has in their All-Star games. But yeah, this is a lot more competitive. And like I was saying before, I think a lot of the women on the WNBA felt slighted that they didn't make the national team, whether it be, of course, we've heard about Caitlin Clark, um, whether it be Neka Agumake, whether it be Erika Agunbowale. Um, those women have very legitimate claims as far as why they should have been on the national team. So I think they're playing with chips on their shoulders. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Let me just keep it rolling while we, because I was trying to pull up. Let's see if ESPN has a rolling ticker. I'm hoping they do. But yeah, as Andrew and I rather were discussing, been a very busy month, even busier than normal when it comes to the world of professional wrestling. Even if you just look in the last week, where our boy Terrence from Florida made an appearance, and I think we're going to discuss this more into detail tomorrow as well. We were already going to bring up Brother Balea, or I guess we shouldn't be using brother when it comes to him, but friend, friend, bro. Well, he's not really a friend either. Person Balea, Mr. Balea. We were already going to bring that up when it came to, I guess, the allegations, quote unquote, again, of him. I guess he's coming out with a real American beer, I guess. Um, and he had a brand ambassador who was working on the payroll, and I believe she only worked there one day, at least as far as her story is concerned. She only worked there one day, and she was fired uh, allegedly because she was black. So we are already going to talk about Brother Balea, Mr. Terrence from Florida. And then Thursday happened. This 64-year-old man gets and just flat out, he just flat out gives his support. Well, and we were talking about we were talking about before in past episodes, either on NWA or on the Kings of Sport. We were talking about how The Rock was trying to straddle the fence, but you're not really straddling the fence when you go to Fox News to say that you don't want to cause division. Well, Hulk Hogan didn't care about causing division. This brother went on Thursday and he was just like, hey, I'm all in on Trump. Trumpomania is running wild. So again, I'm sure we're going to get into that more, especially with Professor Chris Ely tomorrow when it comes to Hulk and Trump. And that's crazy. Oh, but yeah, let's keep it to sports, y'all. Let's keep it to sports. WNBA, the team WNBA has now increased their lead to 5 points, 28. Good pass. It looked like Caitlin Clark to Jonquil Jones. Good vision over the shoulder. Beautiful pass. But yeah, that happened within the world of professional wrestling. Kelsey Plum at the line, already knocked down the first shot, knocks down the second shot, accidentally runs into Brittany Griner with that height dessert. Good steal, Kalia Copper. Feed, gets it back, lay for Kalia Copper, and now Team USA is within 1 point of Team WNBA. Good feed into Jonquil Jones again. This time the feed coming from Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever teammate, Aaliyah Boston. Oh, top of the key, knocks it down for Brittany Griner. But yeah, that happened in professional wrestling this week. And not to mention all the other stuff that happened. Like I said, TNA Slammiversary is happening right now as we speak. If you guys are watching, I am not making a hybrid watch along of the WNBA All-Star Game and TNA Slammiversary, but hopefully, like we were talking about with Andrew before, and we appreciate Andrew for stopping by. Like you heard him say before, he's literally covering Collision and watching Slammiversary and watching, or at least for that time being, watching the WNBA All-Star Game. So we appreciate you, youngest in charge. Thank you for stopping by. If you want to show your support for the youngest in charge, go ahead over to chop-tees.com. Yes, chop-tees.com and support the youngest in charge, the nephew, by getting either a hashtag Yick shirt or going ahead and getting yourself an Andrew Thompson Interviews t-shirt. Go ahead, support that young brother and support us as well in the process. You can follow, if you don't already, follow Andrew on X at AD Thompson __. 2 underscores. Don't leave it out. Don't shortchange them now. 2 underscores. Yeah, follow that brother. He's doing tremendous work with Post Wrestling, as far as with the recaps and writing and aggregation of news. So continue to support that young brother. But yeah, Slammiversaries tonight. We had Heat Wave and Money in the Bank like a couple weeks ago, and again, we mentioned it that is he back? But he slid back up. He slid back out though. All right. Well, we'll see if he is able to return. I know I'm on it. All right. I'm supposed to be looking something up. Here we go. There we go. That's a little better. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing that one, but then pull up ESPN. ESPN has a better ticker. It looks like. Alicia Gary on the fast break. Oh, bad pass though, but settle down. They got to settle down. Ball knocked out of bounds. Team USA is up 35-32. So, yeah, Fisher Collier in. Asia Wilson in. Ooh, with the bump. And gets it to foul, or gets the shot to fall with the foul. So UNESCO, Tarasi, Alyssa Thompson, Nafisha Collier, and Aja, Asia. Why am I acting all? See, this is why we need more women in this. I know the woman's name. We need more people who are more knowledgeable in WNBA. I'm acting like an idiot right now. Asia Wilson. I don't know why I'm calling her Aja. I know the girl name. All right. So guess we're taking a TV time out right now, following the and one with Diana Taurasi. See, this is what the WNBA needs, man. They need something like what ESPN has. ESPA has. ESPA? What am I talking about? ESPN has going. Like, have a game cast and have like a box score, have all that good stuff, man. Come on. Get it together. I know it's still relatively young. So, and I'm not one of those guys that are like, oh, why isn't the WNBA? They should be viewed as equals. They should be viewed as equals. Well, with the NBA, and while ideally that should be the case, in reality, WNBA is like 60 years, 55 years behind of NBA. When you think about where the NBA was 25 years or 27 years into its existence, um, WNBA is in a far better place at the same time period. So we got Victor Savage, AMLO. I don't know what that means. Hopefully, I didn't say an acronym that was bad, but whatever. I don't know what that means. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you contributing in chat, even though I don't know what you meant. So, all right, we got Cheryl Miller coaching Team WNBA. Oh, Ann Myers. I remember her. Ann Myers Drysdale. All right, free throw is good for Diana Taurasi. Team USA is up 36-32. I guess the ticker is ahead. I guess I must be watching on delay. Good pass from Ionescu to Asia Wilson. Good dime. Corner three, no go. Oh, defensive rebound. Oh, steal. Good feed by Ogumbawale. And the lay from Caitlin, from Caitlin Clark. And as Brother Nate mentioned in our private chat, still waiting for Caitlin Clark to feed a dime to Angel Reese and show that there is unity and sisterhood between the two All-Stars. Oh, Chelsea Gray taking a hard, or Alicia Gray rather, taking a hard foul from Asia Wilson. Alicia Gray had a terrific night last night where she won this, as I mentioned before, she won the skills challenge. And as we see Ed Helms, who is an avid supporter of the WNBA, Alicia Gray not only won the skills challenge, but then ended up winning the 3-point challenge, or the 3-point contest. So good on her. And she's a 2-time All-Star this year. So she's been having a busy weekend. So good for her. Shout out to Alicia Gray. All right, so we got Asia Wilson, Stewie. All right, Team USA is up 40-36. Got Taurasi, Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Melissa Thomas, and I believe Sabrina Ionescu in for Team WNB, or Team USA rather. Got Caitlin Clark. Oh, she was out. We got Caitlin Clark, Arike Ogumbawale, Chelsea, or Alicia Gray. Oh, the rebound. Angel Reese getting those rebound stats up. And John Quill Jones for Team WNBA. Oh, air ball. So Angel Reese getting underneath. Ooh, reach in foul on Ionescu, it looks like. All right. Reese has been sat down. Alyssa Thomas also goes to the bench for Team USA. Ooh, good left-handed hook shot. But I'm really looking forward to the Olympics, though. If you guys don't already know, not only am I a burgeoning, because I do know a bit about women's basketball, but I can always learn more and get more. Get dime by Caitlin Clark. Always get more knowledgeable about the players, and because I know most of the stars, but I do want to learn more about the other players. Got somebody rocking Kobe jersey in the front. But yeah, not only am I a burgeoning burgeoning women's basketball fan, but I'm also an amateur wrestling fan. So it'll be exciting to see how Team USA performs on all of those fronts, whether it be men's basketball, women's basketball, freestyle wrestling on the men's and women's side as well. It's going to be interesting. Cash Money by Stewie. 2 minutes, 42 seconds remaining. Oh, good three by Alyssa Gray. Again, the new 3-point contest champion. Oh, good lay by Diana Taurasi. Good drive. Team USA going back up by 3. Three-pointer, another. Oh, gets fouled, but the 3 doesn't go. But she will be rewarded with 3 free throws. All right. Getting closer and closer to halftime. Mm. 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 And I'm kind of glad that this game isn't like a pay-per-view where I got to be tuned in for like 3-4 hours. Oh, we got Sue Bird. I know Sue Bird's been doing the CarMax commercials. Oh man, they need to bring back. Hey, Joel Lloyd was also on Team USA. Like a good neighbor. Hmm. But I like the State Farm commercial with I think it was Trey Young. What was it? Trey Young, John Quill Jones, and Boban. They need to bring her back, but that was fun. Thanks, John Quill. Oh Lord. But yeah, I'm glad that hopefully this game isn't going to be, even though it's already, they started late and it's about to be halftime. So it's probably going to be ending in like close to 10:45, 11. So, which is going to suck, but it's all good. At least it's not going to be wrapping up at like 12, like the old pay-per-views. But again, appreciate all of you for tuning in and watching along with me. We got Angel Reese interviewing right now on the bench. Free throw by Alicia Thomas. Again, she's had 3 free throws and made the first. Ooh. And again, this game has been really competitive. It hasn't been like no one's playing defense again, as it commonly is in the NBA All-Star Game. Um, these ladies have been D'ing up on one another, but nice corner 3 by Breanna Stewart, and now she's on the foul line, misses the first. Pitbull's still out here? Well, that'll be a perfect time for our halftime guest, who I would argue is more influential than Pitbull in these sports streets. So that boy, he just keep on making. If you keep making money, you're gonna keep making those hits, those dance jams, those club jams. Ooh, nice. Try to get the step through to fall, but doesn't go for her. And look at Angel Reese was cheering on Caitlin Clark to take a logo 3. Good steal. Oh, Euro step in with the friendly bounce. Man, Breanna Stewart is out here cooking. 50 seconds left in the half. Screen set. Clark 3-pointer. No go. Rebound. Asia Wilson. 37 seconds. 3-pointer. Doesn't fall for Ionescu. Or doesn't fall for Stewie, I should say. I don't know how I got them confused. See, again, I need to get my eyes checked. And then, timeout, 13 seconds left in the half. USA still up by 4. I think Cheryl Miller wants to draw up a play to possibly get an open look for a 3 and only go down 1 point into halftime. So we'll see. All right. Apologize for the silence. I'll turn up the game a little bit more. All right. Inbounds in. Time is ticking. 10 seconds remaining. Team WNBA has the ball, down 4 points. Caitlin Clark, step back, long three, doesn't fall. Rebound, put back, beautiful, right at the buzzer. Gets the ball gets the ball up right as the time goes off. All right. All right, guys. Well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead, take a bit of a break, and again, hopefully, our halftime performance, or our halftime performer, will be taking the stage momentarily. So as I go ahead and move this, go ahead and let you know we will be right back right after this. Don't go nowhere. Stick around. And by the way, I want to shout out all of those on Facebook who went ahead and liked the stream. Thank you to Ebby Ibone, Bernard Verrill, and John Schaefer. Thank you all for thumbing up the stream. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. And with that, go ahead. All right. Again, thank you guys for tuning. We're going to take a brief pause for the calls, and then we'll be back momentarily. So thank you very much. We will be right back.
It's time to talk about the fastest growing sports league in the world today.
All right. We are back. See, like I said, momentarily. And like clockwork, as Pitbull performs on the stage, we got a performer who is more, and he almost tripped coming down. We got a performer that is, in my opinion, more acclaimed in the sports world than one Pitbull. You all know him. You all love him. He's the original king. Let's welcome on the big dog, the Godfather, Nate Milton.
What's good, Ray Williams? I'm out here like Thomas Jefferson after the intermission of Hamilton. What did I miss, brother? But not only am I coming through with that Thomas Jefferson energy, we out here on YouTube. We out here on these Facebook streets. We also out here on the Twitters, Ray. So I'm watching you with the Kings of Sport live watch party, but I'm also out here with the people on the Kings of Sport live watch party. So it's live watching the live watch. Who watches the Watchmen, Ray? We do, brother. You got to open your third eye because we talking about the WNBA. I'm going to put the Twitter down. So everybody watching me on Twitter, turn off the Twitter. You can't turn off Twitter. Elon won't let you. But click off of Twitter. Go to YouTube or Facebook to watch the rest of the Kings of Sport WNBA All-Star Live Watch with me and this man right here on the screen, two-way Ray Williams. Go watch the live watch. I'm going to be there. Ray going to be there. I'm only staying through halftime because I done had a long day. But go watch the live watch. Who watches the Watchmen? You do, ladies and gentlemen. This is the tricky part, Ray, on all these damn go lives on Twitter, which I've been doing lately. Because there's an arrow at the bottom, right? You would think that like social media has trained us that the arrow means I'm posting something. But that's not mean on you got to click the X. And it's awkward.
Of course.
Unless you're at the top of the screen, like normal people are, I shouldn't say normal, Ray. That's disparaging to the abnormal people out there. But like for me to hit this button, I have to cross like the field of view over my face. And you can see it if you're watching on Twitter right now. It's like, can y'all make a more intuitive way to end these damn videos so I don't, because I always, you look at my videos, right, on Twitter, I have like some kind of dismount, you know? Be like, all right, y'all, stay tuned, bang, hit the pose, get the people the face, serve the face to the people, but then I got to keep the face while like my hand just creeps up and hits the X button. That ain't right, Ray. That ain't right, Elon. But yeah, Twitter, I'm out. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook, Kings of Sport, WNBA live watch party. It's going down. I hit him with a little Mary J on the way out, Ray. I'm hitting the pose. Now the finger got to creep up to hit the X. This is so stupid, Elon. You a bum, Elon.
See, it reminds me of when WWE, when they had a signature come up, you think they're going off the air.
Right. Like, just wait, there's more. How you been, Ray Williams?
Been all right. Doing well. Summer is treating me well, so I don't have any complaints. How about you, brother? How I know, like you said, you've been always working, always putting the work in over at the shoot job. So how you doing, brother?
Man, what was the line from the Kanye? The Kanye, I think it was When It All Falls Down, like at the end of When It All Falls Down, and he had the guy like, this slave ship feeling like a grave ship. That's how I feel every day when I clock out of work, Ray Williams. It's like, damn, like what more do you want from me, international company that I work for? But it's like, yeah, it's rough, Ray, on these streets, man, because we short-staffed. It's the middle of summertime. You know, I work in the automotive industry, so the summertime, like the extreme summer and the extreme winter, those are the time when your automobile tends to conk out the most. So we busy.
Indeed.
And so I went from having what I thought, Ray, was a normal manageable work week of about 45 to 50 hours. Now I'm working like 60 hours a week on these streets, Ray Williams.
Ooh.
They doing me dirty, Ray. And you know what? I'm not here to talk about, you know, what's going on in my life, because we're here to talk about these ladies, Ray, that's showing up and showing out. But I do have one more gripe from my life, and I'm going to need you to make me go ISO because I don't want you involved with this.
Gotcha. Go ahead. We're having an early Festivus in July. Go ahead, brother.
Ray,
share your grievances.
What's my favorite WNBA team for the purposes of the show? not maybe in real life, but for the purposes of the show, Ray?
Well, I think you're giving a clue with, again, having the WNBA Jam t-shirt on with Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese from the Chicago Sky.
That's right. Skytown, stand up. So I got to address one person out here on these streets. I got to address the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about my girl Big Ellie on these streets. Big Ellie be out here wilding, Ray.
She doing her thing. I saw they had something on ESPN Anscape about Ellie. So she
Ellie just be out there just twerking in front of the kids. That's what we doing, Big Ellie.
Come on now. Twerking elephants, where have we gone wrong in society?
Big Ellie have got to be one of the best mascots in sports, though, for real.
Yes, indeed.
So shout out to Big Ellie. But here's the thing, Ray. I'm gonna address the other elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it.
We could have been something special, Marina Mabry.
It's
could have been special. This could have been real, Marina Mabry. But you ain't want that. You had to leave. You had to go find greener pastures. You know what I'm saying? We Sky fans were loyal to you, Marina. Even when you missed them clutch free throws, we ain't care because you was one of us, Marina Mabry. You was one of us. You was Money Mabry. You was May 3. You was one of us. And this how you gonna do us. You gonna go to the sky or the sun with your arch nemesis, Dejanai Carrington? That's what you gonna do to us, Marina Mabry? Let me tell you, as Casey and JoJo once said, if you think you're lonely now, ooh yeah, wait until the playoffs, girl, because you ain't winning nothing, Marina Mabry, as long as I'm out here on these streets. I'm putting that bad juju in the air, in the atmosphere. I don't wish you ill will. I don't want you to get injured or anything like that. I want you to have a long and prosperous career, Marina. You just ain't going to win no chip while we out here Skytown on these streets, Marina Mabry. You can come back now, Ray.
All right, good. Sorry.
Dang.
I had to keep you wide.
That wouldn't hurt me, though, Ray. That wouldn't hurt me. I thought we had something cooking, Ray.
Well, at first, I was like, why is he blaming this woman? But then I realized she requested.
She asked for the damn trade, Ray.
I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she must not have felt at home.
I think that might be the case, Ray. But I also feel like, as opposed to Camilla or Angel or even Kennedy Carter, because I think Kennedy Carter's only like 23, 24, maybe. Mm-hmm. Marina's 27, which ain't old by any stretch of the imagination. But I feel like she might, in her mind, be thinking it's time to start ring chasing. Because this Sky team is a team that's going. I think this Sky team, I'm going to say it, Ray. This Sky team, if they keep building pieces, they need a legit point guard, though, because that's not Marina's game. Marina's more of a two-guard. Same with Kennedy. I feel like if they get a legit point guard, I'm looking at you, Raven from South Carolina. I'm looking at you, girl. If they can get a true point guard, I feel like in 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years, somewhere in that neighborhood, Ray, they going to win a chip with this nucleus. But I think Marina's like, I ain't trying to wait that long. So it's okay, Marina. It's okay. I hope you find happiness. You know what, Marina? I hope you have the day that you deserve. Okay. That's all I say, Marina. Because we loved you, Marina. You was one of us. Now you one of them. And you know what them is all about, Ray? They not like us. Mm-hmm. You wasn't a colleague, Marina. I ain't gonna go that
Don't
far.
Go there.
I ain't gonna do Mabry like that. I ain't gonna do it like that. Because I still love me some Marina Mabry, man. But it's like, damn, yo. I feel like, Ray, it was a combination of, I think it's weird. Like, and I feel a certain empathy for players on this on the Fever and the Sky. Because you got Angel and you got Caitlin, these two stars that bring in all this attention. And it's like, yo, I just came to do my job, yo. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't ask for all this. So I do feel like, it's an adjustment period. So, I hope Marina finds happiness, Ray, just as long as she don't find no ring.
Yeah. What, you going to be like Dan Gilbert and send a letter to her in Comic Sans? Like,
send the slave master letter. We gave you everything, LeBron. We taught you how to read, LeBron. That slave master letter from Dan Gilbert.
But yeah, I guess Teaspoon, she up there telling the rest of the Chicago Sky kind of like what did my guy say? Brother Mike Tomlin would once say, so eloquently put it, we want volunteers, not hostages. So it's like, if you don't want to be here, there's the door, is I guess how Teaspoon is putting it. So
and low key, like the players that they got back in return, and I know some of y'all gonna be like, hold on, Rachel Banham ain't black. Do your research. Rachel Banham part of us. So I believe the Chicago Sky roster, and we counting Camilla too. The Chicago Sky roster is completely black now, Ray, which is cool. I mean, we adopted Marina, but she ain't. Paige Beckers would have stayed Marina.
That is true.
Paige Beckers wouldn't have left Marina. I don't know why I'm so angry at this girl.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she felt more at home in Connecticut. And
she is from I think she's from Jersey. And she played college hoops at Notre Dame. So you know what? I ain't mad at you, Marina. Even though I'm mad at you, I ain't really mad at you. I understand. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, Marina Mabry. You could have been a Reese's Pieces like us.
Oh, hopefully she gets it together. She was in the skills competition.
Man,
no, she was in the three.
That was sad. I think she got knocked out in like the first round of both competitions.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
That's how you open up in your new Sun jersey. Your new Sun.
If she was in the Sky jersey, she might have won them things.
Maybe.
But shout out to who was my girl? Was it Alicia Gray? That won both of them. Got 2 checks.
Yeah, wow. Just the stamina it took for her to go through that, and she was like booking it in that skills competition.
Yeah,
I think she was getting like full court from like one end to the other in like 30 seconds. I'm like,
that was fun. Like last night, I feel like it's not quite to the level of All-Star Saturday Night for the NBA,
right?
But I feel like they're getting there. Like they add a little bit more razzle dazzle. Have like Caitlin needed to participate last night for real. I think that would have brought some buzz.
Like why she wasn't in the 3-point contest, I have no clue.
She was like, "Oh, y'all, what was the old meme, Ray? It's like if you can't have me at my worst, you can't have me at my best." She was like, "If you can't have me at your Olympics, you can't have me at your little skills competition."
I guess so. It's been, the game's been pretty entertaining. It's been pretty competitive. Considering the alternative.
Yo, Ray, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna stir the pot. Ray. Do you think, and this is my conspiracy theory, this game is less of a chance for Cheryl Miller to come back to Phoenix, and she was like one of the OG coaches of the Sun, not the Sun, the Phoenix Mercury, and less a hometown kind of thing, and more of her and Caitlin on sideline. She's just looking like, you know what, Caitlin? You and Christy ain't been seeing eye to eye lately, but I see you, Caitlin Clark. I see you. Press release: Cheryl Miller, new coach of the Indiana Fever.
Oh, I don't know. It could be either way. I think, yeah, she's been doing a tremendous job so far in this game. But
I wonder why Cheryl Miller, like maybe she doesn't want to, and she doesn't need to. Obviously, she's Cheryl freaking Miller. Like she don't need nothing. But I wonder why she hadn't been more like in these conversations for coaches. Maybe she just don't want to do it like on a full-time basis no more.
I think that's it because, of course, last season during the college basketball season, you've seen her do a bunch of stuff with USC and with the interviewing Juju Watkins and everything. So I think she wants to have her schedule free to where she wants to do whatever she wants to do instead of being bogged down with preseason, bogged down with off-season stuff, and then bogged down with the season within the summer. So, but who knows? Like, I think she would make a good addition to any team.
Yeah, Cheryl Miller. I've always loved Cheryl Miller, man. Like, obviously, her playing career was a little bit before my time, but just like hearing my aunts and uncles talk about it, like, yo, and again, I feel like everything like kind of circles back around to Caitlin. Like, as great as Caitlin Clark is and has been, like this uh phenomenon. Like, I feel like because we didn't have social media back then. We didn't have cameras at all the games back then. People forget like just how much of a beast people like Cheryl Miller was. People like Tamika Catchings, people like Cheryl Swoops, Dawn Staley, my girl the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. Like people like these new cats on the internet, they like, oh, she old, get out of here, grandma, whatever. They don't know. They don't know the real DT Ray Williams.
Right.
DT was a dog. Still is a damn dog, but she was a dog in her prime back then.
Yeah. And even if you go back further, like looking at like the Nancy Liebermans, and I think looking at Cheryl's Miller's assistant coach, Ann Myers, she was a beast. And don't let the smooth taste fool you about Doris Burke. Just because you see her on this, just because you see her on the NBA doesn't mean she wasn't a dog in college. Or
you notice Doris Burke ain't been responding to Drake lately.
Oh, stop.
Hey, Doris, keep the family away.
Stop. Because she keeping the little sister from Doris Burke, little sister, probably like,
think you in love. You better hide your broadcast partner from him.
Pretty much.
Damn, we still never did our, like, we were planning to do a breakdown, a breakdown / reaction of the Not Like Us video. We didn't do it just because work and everything. But I feel like, Ray, we might, like, because I feel like that song might get a damn Grammy.
Oh yeah,
we might have to bring that back around for the Grammys, long-term booking.
That, man, if that doesn't get Grammy for like
this
record of the
win
year,
a Grammy off the pedophile song. It's a damn shit. What a world we live in, Ray. What a world we live in.
And just think about how many times like rap songs have won like record of the year or like song of the year or something like that. Like straight up, and like you said, it's gonna be all say
hey, minor. Yo, if he performed that at the Grammys, they had a whole damn Grammy crowd. Hey, minor. Chanting OV ho. It's like, damn it. I'm starting to feel bad for Aubrey. Just a little bit, but not much.
He can wipe the tears with the $100 bill.
That's exactly what Marina Mabry's gonna do when the Connecticut Sun lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. She's gonna be wiping her tears with the money. Money, Mabry.
Cry all the way to the bank.
Yes.
But it looks
we still ain't got my moment yet tonight, Ray.
I know. I mentioned that earlier with the unity.
That's what's gonna heal America is a fast break with Caitlin giving Angel Risa a dime.
And they've rarely been on the floor together, because I think they're.
It's gonna be like the end of Remember the Titans when I forget the name of the white coach, when he was like, "You're a Hall of Famer in my book," and then they raised the trophy together. That's gonna be Caitlin and Angel at the end of the game.
She's having a rough shooting performance. It looks like 1 for 7, 2 points, 1 for 7 in the field goals, but she has 9 assists. She's been diving people up.
I've been telling people, man, Caitlin, like, everybody gets enamored with the logo threes, and she's got Trae Young, Steph Curry range. But I'm like, Caitlin Clark's best attribute as a professional is her ability to feed her teammates. Like, she is an excellent passer. Like, when it's all said and done, she'll probably hold the all-time assist record in the WNBA. But it's like, yeah, like I feel like people want her to go out here and just dominate. Well, not people, a certain group of people. Probably a certain group of people that were cheering for Terry Bollea the other night. They want what's it do, brother? They want her to go out here and like score 40 points every night. And it's like that's not her game.
Right.
Like even in college when she was breaking scoring record, that wasn't really her game. Like it was, yes, she was a great shooter, but it was more about setting up her teammates and then getting her offense off.
Right. Yeah. And we kind of got close to your moment. I think what's his name? Caitlin Clark was bringing the ball up, or they were inbounding, and Caitlin Clark got the ball from a pass, and Angel Reese jumped up and wanted her to shoot the 3-pointer. So I think that's the closest thing we got to our unity.
I mean, Ray, and shout out to everybody watching live tonight, man. Send us some comments, thoughts about the WNBA. I know Ray and Nephew were talking about wrestling earlier. Send us some comments if you want to talk about wrestling. I'll stick around for a few more minutes. But Ray, isn't that always the way in society when racial harmony exists? Don't we always have to kind of make the first move, dog? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, Ray. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think what's her name? My other boo thing, other than Shanae Ogumake, who was looking good while she was dancing with Andrea. But my other boo thing was Jamel Hill. She put it perfectly when she said, it's always interesting how the oppressed has to be the one to make the first step, not the oppressor.
Caitlin's going to be going back and watching this footage because she's a gym rat. She's got a high motor, high basketball IQ. She's going to break down All-Star Game footage. She's going to be like, was Angel Reese cheering for me? And from that moment on, Ray, people thought Deadpool and Wolverine was the weirdest team up of the summer. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Ebony and Ivory, they're going to come together, Ray Williams.
Imagine that if we get them on like the same like official like actual NBA team.
Wow. Honestly, here's the thing, Ray, and like Raven is my first choice. Like if Angel Reese could get a point guard and then Camilla could get a point guard and Kennedy could have a point guard, Raven from South Carolina is my first choice. Because they're not going to be, even though they got draft picks back from Marina, they're not going to be in position to get Paige buckets, unfortunately, because they're winning too much right now. But honestly, real talk, like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's games work so well together in terms of a point that could feed the post, and then a big that draws attention in the lane that frees up space on the court for Caitlin. Like, I think the two of them could actually do damage together.
Oh, yeah.
And they just might at the 2028 Olympics. Watch out, Los Angeles. There's a tremor in the atmosphere, and it's not the San Andreas fault.
Hopefully DT will finally be done.
No, man, then. DT going back for 7 straight, dog. Come back for one more, DT. Look, you see how DT was excited about that new facility the Phoenix Mercury got? Ain't no damn way. DT is sticking around for at least 3 to 4 more years in the WNBA just because the facility. She's like, I didn't work for 20 years to get a damn facility like this to not be at the damn facility, Ray. She gonna stick around in the W for at least 3 to 4 more seasons. That's my prediction. And if she's still around, Ray, I'm just saying, Ray, one more run for the GOAT. John Cena got a farewell tour.
The White Mamba.
Because she didn't say this was like her final Olympics. She ain't said nothing like that yet, Ray.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But
7 straight Olympics is nuts, though.
Do you think she's gonna still have it in her to like?
So right now she's 42. So if she makes it to the next, she'll be 46 at the next Olympics, Ray. That would be insane, brother. But if anybody could do it, it's my GOAT, Diana Taurasi, Ray.
True. And by that point, it'd be how many seasons in the WNBA would have been?
So right now she's at 20, I think 2021.
Already at 20.
Yeah, so she might be knocking on the door at 25 seasons in the W, which is insane.
Wow.
Like as prolific a scorer as like Caitlin Clark is or Arike is, I don't think that like even though Arike has had a couple 20-point seasons, I don't think they're touching DT just because at her peak she was a beast in terms of scoring, but then ain't none of these other girls playing 20 years, Ray. They ain't built for that lifestyle.
That is true.
Ooh. Like that, the equivalent would be you ever play NBA 2K, right? And like you know how they have the eras mode?
Uh-huh.
My favorite eras to start in are either like occasionally I'll play in the Jordan era, but I really like the Kobe era and then the LeBron era. Those are my two favorite eras to kind of start franchises in. And you'll have like some old cat from the 60s and 70s or the 80s still hanging on, like when you go to the game, and it'd be like you look through every now and then you need to pick up somebody on free agency, Ray, just so you can fill out a roster. And it's like 1989. It's like Tiny Nate Archibald is still out here on these streets hooping. Like Calvin Nett is out here on these streets hooping. What's my boy played for the Lakers? The point guard that got into it with Magic on Winning Time. Damn.
Not Byron.
Norm Nixon. It'd be like 1992, and Norm Nixon's still trying to hang on in these NBA 2K streets, right? Thurl Bailey.
Yeah.
Like Sidney Moncrief, you still out here, brother? I thought you was retired, Playboy. And then, they give you the option to like override somebody's retirement. Like if they retire, you can as long as they haven't retired before, like Jordan did, you can override their retirement. And so to be like, I think one time I had a franchise, it was like 99. And it was like, Kurt Rambis wants to retire. I was like Drake. I was like, nah, you seeing this through, nigga. One more year, Kurt. He was like, I think he was like a 65 overall. Like, nah.
Keeping him on the roster.
You following through, Kurt. My boy averaged 0.5 points for the season and still won a chip, though. He was like the 15th man on a 14-man roster.
You the glue guy, Kurt. We can't let you go.
Like, we need you, Kurt. You bring that leadership to the team.
You the heart of the team. But I mean, I think as far as DT is concerned, she might end up being more like a LeBron, where it's like they still playing like close to their prime.
I mean, real talk, DT is like she is, for lack of a better term, she's the LeBron of the WNBA.
Yeah, I think so.
And she's older than LeBron.
Yeah.
She look at him like you still got a few more years to go, kid.
Try to keep up.
Like Diana Taurasi, I think she was in that LeBron Space Jam too.
I think so too.
Like on the new Monstars or whatever they were called. I think that because he had some W players on the Space Jam roster. I think it was Diana Taurasi
and Chennai, I think was one.
Yeah,
Chennai
it was.
Or NECA was one.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember which Agumakwe it was. It was probably Chennai because she was playing. I think they were both playing for the Sparks though at the time.
Yeah,
but Chennai was kind of the bigger name at the moment.
Yeah,
they should have. See, that's a missed opportunity. Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. What y'all should have did was have like a two-headed Hydra, and one head be Chennai, and one head be a NECA, and they'd be like just so slithery on the defensive end of the court. You missed it, your opportunity, LeBron. You missed the shot, King. I think DT could probably play another 3 years, like realistically. But the thing then is, Ray, if you're that close, like I don't know what she want, man. I don't know what this woman want. But if you're that close and you're like, and people around her are like, you know what, DT, you could probably run one more Olympics. She'd be like, you know what? I wasn't thinking about it, but I just might do it. Like I could see, like it would not surprise me, Ray. Like I would say it's probably less than 50% chance that she plays in LA in the 2028 games, but it would not shock me, Ray, if she was on the roster, dog. Maybe like a player coach, like assistant coach / player.
That would be a unique role to have her in. I was watching Arike Agumbawale is torching her. I think she hit 2 back-to-back threes, and WNBA is up 80
Yeah,
to
this is
75.
personal for Arike, man. Like for
Yes.
everybody that was like Caitlin Clark got snubbed, like no, the real snub was Arike.
And that's what I wanted to kind of talk to you about as well. And I mentioned it earlier. You got, like you said, Arike, you got Caitlin Clark, you got Nneka Ngumake, who felt like she should have been on the team as well. I think that's what's making this game a bit more competitive than like any other All-Star game or Pro Bowl that you see, is that the other team felt that they should be in the position that the Team USA is in. So, and I think they're taking it more seriously, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna show y'all."
All of them is the Jordan meme, and I took that personally.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's funny because like obviously both teams want to win, but they do have different objectives. Like for the Olympic team, it's like, hey, let's give them a good show. Let's go out here and try to win. But the main thing is don't nobody get hurt.
Exactly.
Whereas for the W, it's like we about to take a month off. Let's get them. Oh, and, fast break.
But I did want to kind of chat with you before you go. Kind of getting like a quick synopsis of how you thought the season has went so far. Again, like you mentioned, with the Olympic break fast approaching, this being the last game before the Olympic break, like how has the season went for you? And are there any other players besides, of course, our Bird and Magic and Clark and Reese? Are there any players that stood out to you specifically, or any other teams stood out?
The season's been fun, Ray, when people have been able to talk about the basketball and not make every game or every foul or every decision on the court a referendum on race relations in America and gender studies in America and misogyny in America and capitalism in America and political divide in America. Like when we just been able to talk about basketball, Ray, it's been fun, Ray. Like the games have been good. Like obviously, the three big stories. I'm doing a reverse Kendrick. It's not about the big me. It's about the big three. The three big stories of the year, Ray. Number 3, I would say, is the rise of Angel Reese, exceeding expectations. Our double queen out here, Chi-Town Barbie. Like, because there were people who thought that it was a reach for the Sky to pick her, and like this was going to be Camilla's team. And I love Camilla. Camilla, though, Camilla's. I'm trying to think, like, who in the NBA was like had all the physical tools, but is kind of like too friendly. Like, because Camilla, like when she gets mad, like she gets mad, but it take a lot. Camilla Cardoso kind of like me, Ray. Like it take a lot to get me mad, but when I get mad, it's over. It's a wrap. Like
maybe like kind of how they were saying with Dirk before he won the championship, where they're just like, he's soft. He's a European player.
Right.
Soft.
Yeah, kind of. She kind of got a little Dirk. But it's like there's a dude at the job the other day that was, he was frustrated, man, because it's hot in Virginia, and so like he had been working out in the shop for like 3 hours, and he frustrated. Customers is frustrated. I'm frustrated with everybody, and he was trying to talk sideways, and so I just let him talk, and just sat there with not quite a smile, but like maybe not even a smirk, Ray, just kind of a bemused look upon my face, because I'm like, I'm gonna let you say what you got to say as long as you don't say them 2 or 3 magic words. But I'm like the whole time I'm watching them, like, because if you get into my personal space, then this ceases to be a conversation, right?
Right.
This becomes an altercation. And once I get into altercation mode, Ray, because I'm too old to be out here on these streets resorting to fisticuffs. But if you push me to the fisticuffs level, Ray, I'm gonna finish the level. So I think that's Camila Cardoso. Like, she ain't out here trying to, she's not Liz Cambage. But if y'all want to push her to that level, that's what she can be. So yeah, Angel Reese, back to Angel Reese. Like, I think Angel Reese, not only on the court, Ray, but handling all the bull outside of the court, man, and the people disrespecting her and people coming at her and just, I mean, we know people don't know how to talk about Black women, when I'm talking about like mainstream media in general. And then when you have an outspoken, confident young Black woman,
oh yeah,
that the slings and arrows are gonna come out, and I feel Angel's done a good job at handling that. I feel she's on the right team with a coach that loves her and believes in her, and she found, like, Ken and Barbie, Ray. That's the story of the summer, Ray. Like, she's found like her ace. Like, that's her go-to, and vice versa. Like, I think Kennedy's found her family with the Chicago Sky. See what you could have had, Marina Mabry. Anyway,
here we go.
But I think so. Angel Reese is my number 3 story of the year. Number 2 is Caitlin Clark, obviously.
Of course.
And really, in hindsight, I could have made this just as the rookie class could have been one level. Then I could have had another space dedicated for Diana Taurasi, my GOAT. So that's what I'm gonna do, Ray. I'm gonna revamp it, remix it.
Oh.
Number 3 is Diana Taurasi, the GOAT. She still got it, Ray. She still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm surprised at the Mercury Arena, they don't be out there talking about you still got it. You still got it, because DT's still out here averaging like close to 16 points a night. The Mercury are, like, especially once they got BG back. Once Griner came back into the rotation, they've looked like a much stronger team, a team that can kind of push the Storm and the Aces and the Lynx and the Liberty and the Sun in that mix of contenders. So DT is number 3. Number 2 is the rookie class. You know what I'm saying? We already talked about Angel and Camilla. Caitlin Clark has been phenomenal. She has lived up to the hype. I think, like, obviously, objectively, if we look at her as a player, there's things that she needs to tighten up. Like, her shooting percentage is pretty low. Her turnovers are too damn high. She got to get a handle on that. But once she does, like, she's already great. She's going to be a problem once she gets that stuff tightened up, Ray. And I love that Caitlin kind of diffused the tension, not making this a thing about race or ideology and things of that nature. She just wants to hoop, man. Caitlin's a hooper. So I got love for Caitlin Clark. Honestly, the ironic thing about it, Ray, Caitlin Clark is, people are like, oh, Diana Taurasi hates on Caitlin Clark. Oh, these vets are so mean to these rookies. Caitlin Clark, low key, will probably be the Diana Taurasi 15 years from now, because Caitlin got that feisty game. She already played like an old angry lady. She played like DT right now, and she ain't nothing but 22 years old, Ray. Like, she a grandma already in the mental space. So I feel like, DT, it's so crazy, because I feel like DT and Caitlin are good. The torch is gonna be passed, and Caitlin Clark will be the DT, like that. She not really the villain, but she not really the baby face. She kind of the anti-hero. Right. Of the W, Ray. I feel like that'll be Caitlin's role, and she's been doing phenomenal. I think in terms of rookies, Rakia Jackson's had a really good rookie season. Aaliyah, I almost said Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Edwards has had a good season. I'm so sad that a girl got hurt, Cam Brink, because I think she was, kind of figuring things out. But this rookie class has been phenomenal. Like, you can't take anything away from it. Like, Caitlin's, of course, is the headliner, but this whole rookie class has meant so much to the W this season, Ray. But then the top story, come on, Ray Williams. Come on, Ray Williams. This Asia Wilson's world, Ray, we just living in it, dog.
Indeed.
We just living in it, Ray. Like, Asia Wilson is whatever Luka Doncic is in the NBA, whatever Anthony Edwards, or whatever
Giannis, maybe.
Giannis, yeah, like she is that to the W. Like she is by far
Or
and
Jokic.
away, leaps
Mm.
and bounds. She is the MVP.
Yeah.
Like she could not play another game for the rest of the year, and she was still finishing in the top 3 in MVP voting. Ray, that's how
Mhm.
good her season has been. And she getting them shoes coming out, man. So shout out to all
Mhm.
the Avengers out there. That I would be an Avenger, Ray, but I've already pledged my loyalty
Of
to the
course.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's
So
Pieces, right?
but it ain't no love. Avengers, I mean, ain't no hate. Avengers, Reese's Pieces, Brink Security. Who's
Mhm.
Kennedy's? Kennedy's got the Ken folks, which I love that name, the Ken folks. Kate Martin's got the Martinis. I think Caitlin's fans are called the Clarkettes, not the Clan, the Clarkettes. Let's get it right, people. I don't like the Clarkettes though. I think there's got to be a better name for her fan club.
Well, I was kind of thinking, especially if you're going to keep on those fans that are wilding out. I was going to call them the player caters, but that might be a stretch.
The player caters. Okay, we got a little break going.
Yeah,
Is Angel out there?
No, not yet. I think we got Ogunbowale. It looks we got John Quill. We got Caitlin.
I think Cheryl might be setting us up for like a big dramatic finale where last play of the game, fast break, Caitlin the Angel.
Or maybe they're trying to get far ahead so that they can have them both on and
had the Rooks out there.
Yeah.
What do you thought about the season, Ray?
I'm kind of seeing similar things that you're seeing as far as, of course, the story is going to go along with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. You were mentioning Phoenix Mercury getting it together. I was surprised to see someone who formerly was with the Mercury, Skylar Diggins-Smith, get traded, and now she's making waves up in, I believe, Seattle, right?
Yeah, that team is low key nice because they got Skylar and they got Aneka.
So like you said, Seattle Storm are looking good.
Don't sleep on the Commissioner's Cup champions, Ray. Minnesota Lynx out here on these streets.
Lynx, yep. And begrudgingly to you, the Connecticut Sun are looking pretty good. And that was before getting money.
We'll see how they do now. Hacker Mabry strategy incoming. I'm sorry, Marina. I'm sorry. Hate comes from a place of pain, Marina.
All this vitriol you had.
It hurt when you left, Marina. You should have stayed with us, Marina.
Oh, that was a good beat. Oh, was that?
That should have been
we
Angel.
might have got your moment.
Was that Angel?
That was Angel.
Was that from Caitlin?
I don't know if it was. They got to show the replay.
Show the replay.
Oh,
show
Lord.
the replay.
Matter of fact, I got Comcast where I could.
Has racism been ended in America on a basketball court, Ray?
Let me see.
Caitlin is out there. Okay, Caitlin. Was that Caitlin?
Was it Caitlin? Let's see.
I thought that was Caitlin. I thought it was that.
Oh, no, it was John Quill.
Okay, so I think Caitlin just had that pass to Angel.
Oh, it's a new. I gotta go.
So on the next scoring drive, I think that was Caitlin that dished it inside the Angel.
Oh.
And then Caitlin and Angel dapped up, Ray.
Oh.
If that was Caitlin, I can't.
I think Caitlin, the only white girl.
I didn't want to say it, Ray. Like the white. Okay, so that's the fast break from John Quell. Okay, that was a nice pass by John Quell. But then I think on the next play down, Caitlin like dished it off like a no look inside the Angel for the layup, and then they dapped up.
See.
She is the only white girl out there right now. I didn't want to say anything because I was like, I don't know if that's Caitlin or is that Sophie Cunningham or
Because that's what I was doing. I was like,
Rebecca Allen. How did you get out there?
Because I was
Now I'm
like,
just naming white WNBA players.
I like Team USA.
Yes,
They
there
got
was.
the other.
Ooh,
there it
okay,
is.
Rooks.
Ooh. Let's go.
I wanted my
I wanted
fast
to see
break,
this.
but that'll have to do, Ray.
Yeah, I think that I wanted to see the dap up.
And then they dapped up. They dapped up
Aw.
afterwards. I was like, okay, race relations.
See, bringing America together. See, not division, but you like.
See, if Joe Biden and the Democrats are smart, you know, we had the RNC, they had Terry Bollea and all these other idiots. Now, if you real smart about this winning this presidency, Joe Biden, night one of the DNC, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese coming together, not even saying nothing, just Caitlin Clark. They just walk on the stage, they just give each other the head nod, and then you remember it was no, matter of fact, okay, I'm gonna take it back. I'm rewriting this on the fly. All right, so it's that scene from Predator where Caitlin Clark is like introducing Joe Biden, and then all of a sudden Angel Reese walks out on the stage, and then Angel Reese is like, Caitlin Clark, you son of a bitch, and then like,
the Arnold dap.
The Arnold dap, yeah, Arnold and Carl Weathers. And they dap it up, and then Joe Biden comes in and just like puts his hand over the top, and he don't even give no speech. Don't even give no speech after that, Joe. Just be like, "I'll see you at the polls." Bang! You're welcome, Joe Biden. You welcome, Joe Biden. I just saved your presidency, Joe. Uncle Joe.
Oh Lord, the photo op that would be like that would go over more than this doggone fist pump. Oh, no. We need Joe Biden.
Okay. If Joe want to say something that, like he can look at Caitlin Clark and then look at the camera and be like, "See, Trump, this a real shooter." Bang! Bang! And then look at Angel Reese and be like, "Angel, I don't think there's no way Trump can rebound from that." Bang! It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Landslide.
Well, like you said, baby, he comes in the middle, put his hands on him, and be like, "Game point."
Game. Biden. He ain't even got to give a speech, Ray. Just that's it right there. That's it.
See, you're on to something. See, we
telling you, Joe.
We always talk about the professor being the political strategist. Well, we need to get you out there in the campaign.
It's like, look, Trump had it. Look, I ain't gonna say it was a stunt, Ray, but it felt a little stuntish. You know what I'm saying? It felt a little stuntish. Like, I know people died, R.I.P., but it felt a little stuntish.
Yeah. And
Biden, you got to come back with your own stunt. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Joe Biden, the big three America needs right now.
like that. Like I was feeling like I was feeling sorry for him, and then when these Bamas on Thursday all come out with their commemorative ear patches, I'm like, nah, this why what?
Like
what
you could wear an ear patch, but you couldn't wear no mask.
And then why? Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. Like I'm never going to trivialize an assassination attempt, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff that was fishy about that.
Yeah,
like him coming back up, remaining upright with his head above his security, instead of them just. Like,
and here's the thing, Ray. I'm not trying to get into conspiracy theories, man. But I live in Newport News, Virginia, man. The nickname for my city is Bad News. The reason it is nicknamed as such is because things happen on these streets, Ray. I done been around gunfire. I have never seen a crowd react to gunfire the way that crowd did. They're like, "Oh, is somebody shooting today? Oh, we'd better get down." Like, no, man. No, either like I said, either it was stuntish or them some folks that ain't never been around. You know, as much as they love guns, they ain't never been around no real gunplay. They ain't
That's
never
what
been
I
around
was
no real
gonna
gunplay.
say. Y'all for the Second Amendment, but when the shots ring out, who got the conceal and carry to help out? Nobody.
Oh, that's what Joe Biden gonna walk off the stage to. They shooting. Oh, made you look. Biden.
Oh,
Put me on the campaign, dog. Chris, pull some strings. It's the only way you're gonna win, Joe. It's the only way you're gonna win, dog.
Just make sure he's feeling well. Oh my goodness. If it's not one thing, it's another. In the debate, he said he wasn't feeling well, and we don't even know if he, because I don't know if
it's over. It's over.
Oh,
Enrique,
Splash. Cooking now. She cooking now.
Enrique said, "What? Why you ain't want me on the team?
I had
wasn't
all
good
the
enough
qualifications,
but for some reason I wasn't picked." Yo, Enrique is like she took this whole thing personally.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Enrique, stop!
Ooh.
Stop!
Oh, Queen! Oh,
stop! It's over. It's over, Ray.
They're already dead.
Damn, Enrique ain't playing. I also think, Ray, not only is Enrique out here balling like this, you know, in part because she got left off the Olympic team, but also everybody talking about Caitlin, everybody talking about Angel, everybody talking about all these other players. Enrique been hooping.
Yep.
Enrique been hooping. Like I said, she had like multiple 20-point seasons. Like, you can make the argument, you can make a very good argument, Enrique Ogunbowale is the best scorer in the WNBA. Like, if we just talking about scoring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, her and Marina Mabry had a good little team up in Dallas for a few seasons. But then Marina left, like she always does. Maybe we should change her name to Marina Maybe, because maybe she gonna be on the team next year. Maybe she won't. Marina Maybe. I'm sorry, Marina Maybe.
What Jay-Z said, women can't tell if I'm gonna love them or if I'm gonna leave them or something. What's the line he had? I'm a pimp by blood, no relation.
No relation.
He ain't. Mabry ain't sticking around.
Somewhere somebody at Marina Mabry's camp sending her a clip of this, and she's like, "Why is this man talking to me like this? I've never met this man. This is why I had to get out of Chicago."
and you ain't even in Chicago. And she's like, "This is why I leave."
Damn, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. But I do think, Ray, like, if it was closer, I think, like, you'd still see the U.S. team put up more of a fight. But at this point, they're like, nah, dog.
Like you said,
ain't nobody getting hurt tonight.
Out of this. Yeah, let's just get out of this healthy.
Because I think DT, like, took a shot earlier. And, like, they were like, oh, she might have twisted something or.
Yeah, I think at the end of the third quarter, I think they said something might have happened with her neck.
So, yeah, they like, nah, dog. No,
yeah.
Yo, not that they would do this, Ray. But just going by pro wrestling logic, if I'm Enrique or Caitlin or anybody else on the WNBA All-Star team that feels like they were snubbed,
don't do it.
I might hit them with a little Tanya Harding action on the court. Look.
Well, a spot just opened up.
Like,
imagine that.
Y'all need a shooter? I'm here, baby. Like, look. And then Caitlin Clark's made the Olympic team, and then you see her dap up Kennedy Carter. It's like, oh, it's all come full circle. Like, like Kennedy Carter just assaulted Diana Taurasi. Well, she's not even playing in this game. She's not even supposed to. And she did tweet earlier. Kennedy was like, I can't make it to the game tonight. It's like, Kennedy Carter's in the arena. What's she doing here?
Just like WWE.
And then we get like the Shield, Kennedy, Caitlin, and Angel just putting their fists together in the middle of the court. We're taking over. All you old timers can kick rocks.
Be like what Punk pulled at Clash at the Castle. Just be like, hey, referee, give me your shirt real quick.
Yep. And they start running things, the W World Order. And then who gonna stop him? His Paige Becker's coming down from the rafters.
Oh Lord.
We done booked the whole next 3 seasons of the W, Ray.
Nancy. Who the commissioner?
I think her name is Nancy.
Or
Kathy Engelbert or Engelhart.
Book it.
And Paige don't say nothing in the interviews. They just like, Paige, why did you do that? And she just sit there quiet. Paige don't say nothing for a year. and like Angel, Kennedy, and Caitlin is like beating up on Asia Wilson, and Paige comes from the Raptors and saves her like Sting with DDP.
Right.
Come on now.
Walking out like a husky dog.
Instead of the crow, she got the husky.
Oh, Adam Silver in the house.
And then of Shannon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this lady is.
I think it's Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, is she hurt?
Sitting next to somebody hurt. Or you're sitting next to Sue Bird.
Sue Bird is like that commercial they got now with I think it's for Auto Trader with Sue Bird.
She had like some ice on her ankle. What happened?
It was like Sue Bird, Asia Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah, they just showed that one earlier.
The funniest part of that commercial is Sue Bird's run at the end of the commercial when she's trying to catch up to the other two. Like, okay, Sue Bird, we see you on these streets.
She still got it. Have her come back. You're talking about retirements getting canceled.
and then the WNBA, they like the only person we can use to fight off this menace of the WWO is our greatest villain. And Liz Cambage comes back. Like, yo, this WNBA booking is crazy this season. Kathy in her bag this season. Oh, was that Enrique again?
Yep, splash.
Damn it, Enrique.
Taking over.
It's over.
He's taking over.
I'm gonna stick with you till the clock hits 0 rate, and I'm gone.
See, look at that. Be appreciative, everybody. This brother was working all day, a hard day's night, as the Beatles would say. I think something like that. And he stuck around. He was only supposed to be around for halftime, y'all. He stuck around. For
it's like if Pitbull stayed around for the whole game, the whole second half. I'm like, Dolly.
Oh, yeah. This game is pretty much in the books. And
it's been a fun game, though. Like, I missed the first quarter, but like from the second quarter on, I was watching. It's been a fun game.
Yeah, it was really competitive. I think the Team USA was only up by a point at the end of the first quarter. I think 24-23. So yeah, it's been
their All-Star Game record.
Look at that. 0 points in the first half, 32 points in the second half.
Damn.
Who does that? Like you said, arguably the best shooter or the best scorer in the WNBA.
Like if she wanted to, she could have went for 40 this game.
Mm-hmm.
And we got our we didn't get our racial unity fast break, but we got our racial unity layup.
We're still a minute 38.
With a dap, though. With a dap. So, like, I don't think we wouldn't have got the dap on the fast break, though. Because Caitlin would have been down at the other end of the court.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll take it because we got I think the dap is what sold it, Ray.
And they're still both in the game. Caitlin got she sets a pick. Oh, Angel set a pick for Caitlin.
Okay. Yo, they gonna be like when they get to the Olympics, Ray, in 2028, Caitlin and Angel gonna be a problem.
Good block by Stewie. Stewie bringing the ball up. Ooh, Stewie has been cooking too, but It's just Enrique is just taking
Low key,
over.
Stewie. I feel like Stewie ain't on Aja's level this year because Aja's just on a whole other level.
Oh yeah,
But Stewie been cooking all season.
and that's the thing. Like it's always been Stewie and Asia is like the top tier. Like when we look back at last year with arguably Stewie winning the MVP, a lot of people thought. I think it might have been a lot of people were thinking Chelsea Gray should have won.
Mhm.
A whole lot of people thought Asia should have won, but they've
This
always
this year it ain't no
it ain't
contest.
no, yeah. Because didn't Asia, she had like what, the first ever 2020 game?
Yeah. And she's
Yeah.
hit 30 like a couple times this season.
Yeah. She's been cooking this season. But yeah, this game is pretty much all in the bag.
That 2020-18 gonna be nasty, Ray.
Mhm.
Angel, Caitlin, Asia, Kelsey Plum, Paige, Juju might be on the squad. Brink, Diana Taurasi for her 7th Olympics, Ray. It's gonna be,
I don't know.
Oh no! I'm gonna tell you what DT gonna do because they're gonna be like, "Come on, Diana, let's be realistic. You're 46. You can't make the team." She gonna play for the Italian team.
No, stop.
She gonna play for Italy.
There you
Like,
go.
Hey,
There you go.
she like LeBron.
LeBron. When
Yo,
you sent
shout
me that
out to
clip,
RDC World, Mark
oh,
Phillips
Lord.
and RDC World for like I ain't gonna say they stole my idea, Ray, because two independently brilliant people can have the same thought and the same joke. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I gotta tag Ray in this. He's like, LeBron.
You just
I was like, yo.
It's like, and it kind of made me feel how Chris was feeling when we were talking about Trick Williams in the cookout.
With the cookout with Cody.
It's like, I don't know. That's it too close. I ain't hear nobody
he was
else
watching the
talking
Kings of
about
Sport.
it.
He was like, hey, fellas, I got an idea for a new skit. LeBron. Hey, yo, so in 2020, it's going to be like, hey, it's me, Diana Taurasi. Buongiorno.
Wow, we just gonna skip right to Super Mario.
It's me, Taurasi.
Or she could be on the three on the.
Oh yeah, that's right. They got the 3v3 for the Olympics too. I don't know. Like, I mean, technically, yeah, that like still, even though she wasn't on the national team for the 5-on-5, it would still be her 7th Olympics.
Yeah,
I think 3v3 though. That's a young woman's game, though, Ray. I think 3v3 is a young woman's game, dog.
You tell Diana Taurasi that she can't make it. see what happens.
I mean, you were supposed to book DT for the show, Ray. You ain't never got that. Man, come on. You supposed to get Dawn Staley on the show. You were supposed to get Taurasi on the show, Ray. You slipping, Ray.
Well, I think Taurasi is a little busy right now, but I think she was all booked up.
So I mean, we'll stream y'all working in France, Ray. Send her the link. Slide her DMs. Hey, DT, can you be here at like 10 o'clock in the morning French time? She'll be like, who are you? Don't worry about all that.
Exactly.
Why are we doing a coaches challenge right now?
I know. Oh my goodness. Why? A 7-point game with 16 seconds left. Called up hell.
Oh, the U.S. the men's team won today by 1 point, I think.
Yeah, over
Sudan.
South Sudan.
Yeah, not even Sudan, the whole Sudan, just South Sudan.
South. I'm like, wait, what? Of course, you had to get your highlight dunk from LeBron.
LeBron. Like we got a. Oh, is that Paige in the crowd?
Oh yeah, that is.
We got a Cameroonian and a Frenchman on the U.S. basketball team. With Embiid and LeBron.
Oh, there goes Sydney Cunningham, who you can clearly tell the difference.
Sophie Cunningham, yeah. I like it's one of them. Sophie Cunningham, Rebecca Allen. Sammy Whitcomb.
Just
Now I'm
naming
just
them
naming
all.
NBA players.
Yeah, Natasha
Uh,
Cloud in the house.
trying to think, how many white WNBA players can I name? Like that, not the famous ones. Everybody know Caitlin Clark and Stewie and DT.
Right.
And
And Kelsey
Stu,
Plum.
Kelsey Plum, yeah.
That would be a Vandersloot.
Courtney Vandersloot, yeah.
Mhm. Of course, Money Mabry.
Mm,
Might leave her off on purpose.
Marina maybe. Oh, Stephanie Dawson. I think she played for the Mystics. Andrew's team.
Man, and she was
Elena
also in the
Deladon, who
three-point.
ain't playing this year because she got beef with the Mystics, allegedly.
But yeah, Dawson was also in the 3-point contest last night.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
It was a surprise. Who else?
In the chat, shout out your favorite white WNBA player.
We said Kate Martin.
Kate Martin, yeah, Money Martin.
But yeah, we're all inclusive here.
Oh, there's like Katie Lou Samuelson, and then there's another that's like Carly Samuelson, but they ain't related. Lexi Hall.
We're talking about Sabrina Ionescu already.
Look, okay, you see though. You see in this huddle though.
Oh, look, Kennedy is.
I see Caitlin. You look.
Kennedy was there.
DT like, oh, here it comes. This is when they jump the team, right? Like they're like, all right, let's go jump these.
Kennedy was there in all black in the background.
See, WNBA players got goons too.
DT is not happy.
DT like, y'all need to get this right before we get to France. We're not going through this again.
But that's the thing. I think they mentioned last time WNBA went up against Team USA. WNBA won that one, and then the Team USA went on to dominate in the Olympics in Tokyo in 2021. So
Angel got her All-Star double-double. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Racking them up. Did you see like all the memes? You see all the memes that talk about how Angel Reese plays and just people constantly missing at the rim.
Yeah. And here's the thing I would say, right? Like, yeah, her field goal percentage might not be the best, but you know what? You go out there. I bet you if you miss 10 shots, you ain't gonna get 10 rebounds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I noticed, right? Like not only with the Sky, which is obviously, that's a young team kind of forming together, and Angels kind of become the leader of that team. Even just seeing like the huddle, like it looks like even amongst like obviously Caitlin's a rookie, but like all these all-stars, like Angels got a presence.
It's good to see. It's good to see Enrique and Caitlin Clark together side by side. They had a little incident where they were kind of getting chippy, but
so So next Olympics we got Caitlin, Angel, Asia, Kelsey, Enrique, DT if she don't play for Italy. Kennedy Carter gonna find a way on the team somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy with the all black talking about sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie woman. All right, Ray. I'm gonna let you wrap this up, dog. I'm out, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks. Always a pleasure having you on, brother Nate.
I gotta save some of this conversation for tomorrow, brother.
Oh, indeed.
NWA on Post Wrestling.
And you see Andrew already jinxing us. He's saying 4 hours. Don't say nothing. You think he would learn by now? He's up here texting John, talking about, we might wrap up at 3 hours. Never mind. Like, don't text nobody. Let's just let it flow and see where it goes.
Nope. But yeah, y'all tune in for the NWA podcast tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, post wrestling. Make sure you subscribe to the Kings of Sport on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. And sign up for the Patreon, man. We really appreciate the
Oh,
Oh, that's how you do me, Ray?
my bad.
That's how you feel, Ray?
My bad.
See,
I meant to hit the banners to pull
that's
everything.
why you're not gonna make the Kings of Sport Olympic team, Ray.
I meant to pull your full screen.
We leaving you off the Olympic team, Ray.
ISO.
You gonna be watching from the sidelines with Marina Mabry, dog. But yeah, patreon.com/Kings of Sport. $5 gets you in the door. We really appreciate it, man, because the more patrons we have, the more we can do stuff like this. Ray's been doing a great job with the live watches. And so, yeah, we just trying to do some big things for the rest of this year. And the more time we can spend doing this, less time I got to be at the shoot job. And yeah, shout out to everybody that watched tonight or is rewatching tomorrow. Rewatching a live watch is always an interesting experience. But yeah, Ray, go ahead and land this plane, brother, because I'm out. I'm like Marina Mabry. You thought I was part of the team, but I requested a trade, brother. I'm out.
So much vitriol.
Later, Ray.
Later. The views and opinions of Nate.
The views and expressions. You know the rest. Exactly. Pod excellence. Get the message.
Mabry, Miss Mabry, I have no affiliation. I like you.
I used to, Ray. Was that Iron Man in Civil War with Captain America? Bucky's my friend. So was I. That's how I'm looking. It's a civil war on these streets. All right, Ray.
All right, take it easy. Thanks again, Godfather. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, brother.
Later. All right. And with that, or is he going? All right. As he heads out the door. Thanks again, brother Nate Milton. Always a pleasure to have you on. And as they present the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game MVP trophy to Arike Ogunbowale, I am signing out once again. Please heed all the words of the wise Godfather himself. Go ahead, join us on patreon.com/the Kings of Sport. I said it without flipping. $5 enters you into the perks/reward system, including possibly being able to join us on these live streams. So like Brother Nate said, every little bit helps. And yeah, it'll help us produce a well-balanced and better product in the long run. So continue to support. If you are supporting, if not, $5 a month, that's all it requires, at least $5 a month. If you want to give more, as Nate usually says, we won't stop you. Also, TikTok, X, at KOS_POD. And if you're already following us here on YouTube, keep that subscription, hit those notification bells so that you will be informed of the next time we do go live, whether it be for a proper Kings of Sport episode or whether it be for one of these pop-up live watch parties. So thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me. I appreciate you, all those who have stopped by either through Facebook or through YouTube. Sorry we couldn't get the Twitter together. Doggone Elon. You think you got enough money? It ain't our fault you running Twitter to around, but that's never here nor there. I do want to thank the people who were able to come by and be a part of the show. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you. Until next time, God bless you. Keep you. Peace out. Because you've been down with the Kings.
Thank you for tuning in to a special presentation of the Kings of Sport Network. Always be down with the Kings on X and TikTok at KOS_POD and through patreon.com/the Kings of Sport. Thanks again for watching.